It's week 1 of the 2024 season. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Commanders and the Bucs. And it's all up next.
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. Jamison Crowder on the return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Such an incredible amount of promise in this man, and a lot of signs of hope since he went near the top of the draft this spring. We knew he was always going to get the start in his first career game, and this is the first step to beginning a new era for this franchise. And also that chip on his shoulder to prove that he should have been the number 1 pick.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move, and he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Takes it in at the 21. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, or maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, well, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, it's certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Baker now off to play fake. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And this one doesn't make it into the landing zone. It comes down shy of the 20, and by the new rules this year, that means the ball is going to be placed at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here.
Automatic first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Ready?
On first down, here's Daniels. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So it'll be second down. Daniels from the pistol. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Press away on to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Good. What's up?
Drive starts with a carry by White. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
He'll always sign off on it when that particular call comes in the headset and the running back gets a chance to hear it. A toss is his chance to get outside quickly and let that athleticism shine as he dances through the defense.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
What's up?
1st and 10, it's a give to White. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Mayfield now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate, they stretch you vertically and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. Buys time, rolling right. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Mike Evans with the touchdown. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Crowder with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Here we go.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's a two-score game early. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have second and pretty long here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now, Daniels. Forced out to it. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Trey Palmer on the return for the Buccaneers. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
What's up?
Here's a toss to White. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kid, I want you and the audience to imprint that play in your mind. When you hear me or any announcer say, oh, he's running downhill. Oh, get running downhill. Oh, you want to hit it downhill. That right there, that was running downhill.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Done.
A run now with White. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. And this is now a 100-yard gain for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense.
What's up?
White. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 20-zip lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Crowder with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback in his offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. It's the Commanders in trouble on 4th and long. So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He'll start from the 39. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Found his way through most of the kicking team. He picked up 25 on that return. And it'll be their football. First down, ball at the 36. Baker now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. They're now set for 1st and 10. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Chased out to his right. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers continue piling onto this lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Kick taken in here at the 17. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. This one misses the tight end, and it sets up 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. 4 yards, narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They bring Way on to handle the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He's got it at the 24. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome aboard to you and Brock. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Kirk Cousins, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Alvin Kamara over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Bucky Irving now to return. Return's looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Buccaneers and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. And he has done all that they've asked for him, shouldering the weight of this offense, got his 100-yard game. He's reached the end zone for him as well, Brock. Just really put together a performance he can be proud of.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number 1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Again, this is White. Down the sideline inside the 40. Past the 20. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempts coming up. Here we go, toss to the right side. And he is stopped. Wow, a bit surprising after he just burned this defense, but he doesn't make it across, and the two-point try fails. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one's caught along the left sideline. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now Daniels off the play action. Stays in. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times quarterbacks have been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Ready.
This is Eckler on second. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. A 5-yard gain helps, but they need a dozen now here on third down. To throw, Daniels. He's on the move, and he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Pulled in at the 20. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Mayfield. That's caught, it's Cade Otton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing off the play fake here. Got Evans, it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Now it's White. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Mayfield with a blitz coming. Escapes the pocket. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Baker Mayfield, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Commanders with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Get it.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And he gets back to the line, but no more. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Come on. Hey.
Again, Daniels to the air. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Daniels. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Buying some time right. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He's going deep down this side. He's got it inside the 25. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers throwing 6 more on the blowout. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Crowder with a return here. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Commanders set to take over. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Daniels on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Trying again following the set. That pass caught by Dotson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Fields this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He rolls to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here come the Buccaneers again, trying for two. He's throwing for it. Buys time, rolling right. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Well, partner, they had this one in the bag a long time ago. But some people...
You sure?
They're just never able to resist running that score up as high as it can go. And apparently that includes going for two more there.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture some of just the guys that I played with in the past. Those that really respect the game. You know what this does? This feels like you're disrespecting the game. This NFL, these are the best of the best, and this will come around at some point and bite you. You disrespect the game like this, you run it up on an opponent, you better watch your back down the road.
Return coming from the 14. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Buccaneers scoop it up! Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Rolling left, buying some time. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Buccaneers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers continue adding on to that lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Crowder with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And this one does not go far. Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.